You can use all these items to help you create tassels. So let me show you how I do that. Hey y'all, so today I'm going to just show you really quickly a few ways on how you can make tassels. Now I know this is like an oldie but goodie, but of course I like to have all the content that I want for my viewers on my channel, so I'm going to show you how to do that here. Okay, so you see all these things on the screen here, and all of these items are probably free. They're probably laying around your house somewhere. A little card here, this card measures about 5.5 inches. This card here measures about 4 inches. And then I picked up this cardboard U, which we'll discuss, but that measures about 6.5 inches. And then you just got like a standard picture frame, and there's some flossy yarn on the table as well as another size U. So we'll discuss all of that. I'm going to show you how I use it, and this is a really quick video and very simple for you to follow. So here I'm going to go ahead and pick up the 4-inch piece of cardboard stock, and this is something that I had laying around. It had a bow on it and I didn't need it anymore, so I'm using that now in my yarn making kit. It's good if you pick a yarn that's kind of lighter weight, a little thinner, because then it allows your tassel to have a little bit of flow to it, which I think is pretty neat. So go ahead and wrap the yarn around whatever yarn you choose. So you can use a 4-ply yarn or a chunky yarn, whatever you want to use. Wrap it around about 20 times. Once you have it wrapped to the desired thickness, you're going to go ahead and cut the string away from the skein or skein, and then you'll just get ready to tie everything together. So what I used here was 2 pieces of string. Well, I ended up using 3, but I cut a 12-inch, and then I cut a 6-inch, and then I think I went back and cut another 6-inch. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put the longer string in between the yarn that you've already wrapped and the cardboard or whatever object that you used to wrap the string around. So just kind of push it underneath there and then pull it to the top. And by doing that, you're kind of creating that the tied area for your tassel. Okay, and if you wrapped it a little bit tight, the cool thing about using a piece of cardboard, you can give it a little bend, and then the gathered yarn will come straight off. You're going to go ahead and tie the 12-inch string around your gathered yarn that you're going to be using to make your tassel. And I'll do some of this off camera because it's easier for me to get a tighter grip, but just go ahead and make yourself a knot. Okay, and remember, this is the part that's going to kind of be used to either attach to your project or what you're going to be using to attach to your project. Take the smaller string, which is the 6-inch string, and go ahead and tie that about 1/2 inch down from the top of where your tassel is going to be. And if you look at this really closely, it kind of reminds you of those ghosts that you used to make when you were a kid. At least I used to make them with tissue paper, but that's kind of what it's going to look like. And you have the top part, and then you have the part that's going to be your tassel. So now that's currently looped. So what you're going to do is you need your scissors, and sharp scissors, fabric scissors are the best for this because it's easier to cut through. Go ahead and give a cut right across. Try to make it as clean as possible. And then, because we're not using like a standard tassel maker, you're going to have to kind of shape it up a little bit to just make sure that it looks like the tassel that you're trying to create. Whatever you have in your mind, you're going to make sure that you kind of create that here. I use another piece of paper to just go on my working surface so I don't have so much yarn to pick up. Okay, and remember I said I wanted to add another piece of string, and I did that here. I'm just weaving in the tail ends of those strings, so you can kind of see what I'm doing there. That just makes it easier and makes everything look really clean. Okay, so really that's your tassel. If you wanted to, or you're weaving that into a project, you use those tails and you would weave that part in. I'm going to show you how to put a clamp on. So if you can get these little clamps anywhere. But if you wanted to put a clamp on, you just go ahead and string it in and then just tie a knot around it. And then the tail end, you would just weave that on back through the project, just like I did earlier. See how easy that is? And now this tassel, this particular tassel, you can attach it to a purse, you can attach it to a key ring, just kind of fluff it up a little bit, cut that extra tail off, and there you have it. Super simple. That's probably the easiest way to do a tassel because you probably have cardboard laying around your house. Now here I've used, this is flossy string, I believe, like it's like a shiny shimmery string that you can get in the craft store. It's usually like 23 cents, not expensive. You want to gingerly unwrap it. Just get probably about 12 inches or so of string, and then you're going to cut that off. You'll take that string that you just cut and then just put it in between the already pre-formed loop, and then give it a good tie. Now this is the quickest, easiest way I've ever seen someone do a tassel, and I wanted to make sure I shared that with you here on my channel. You had a piece that was kind of dangling, you use that same piece and you're going to make your top portion of your tassel with that piece of string. Now if you want to thicken this up, you just use two packs of the string. So essentially you can have a tassel for next to nothing that takes you absolutely no effort, because you don't have to wrap it. It's already done. Just pick the color that you need and kind of make sure that matches your project, and you're done. So that's another way. And now I'm going to show you the last way, which is using this U. Now these U's are just the letters that you get in the craft store. You can get all the letters, but the U is perfect for making tassels and pom-poms. So I've already, the smaller U is about, like I say, 2.5 inches. This one is a 6.5 inch U. So anytime I see these straight type U's in the store, they're usually like 99 cents. If you have a coupon, then it's like, you know, 50% off, 50 cents. And it's a perfect tool for your, you know, for your crafts, whatever. Just perfect tool for making tassels and pom-poms. So just wrap it around like you did before, and just like the previous example, we're gonna take two pieces of string. The longer string we're gonna run underneath the open area of the loop, and then just pull it straight up and give it a tie. Once you pull it off, you'll give it a tie to the top, and just follow the same steps that we already have done. Now this string here, I'm not going to show you the finished product of this one for two reasons. One, my camera cut off, but two, I'm going to use this string to make a project and I don't want to cut it for a tassel. So you know me. So I just want to give you an idea on how to use the U, and that's how you would do it. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. There's 3 simple ways to making a tassel. If you have any questions about anything, please leave them in the comment sections down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.